Labor backbencher Peter Khalil is out pressing the flesh in his electorate of Wills.
Charlie, how are you?
It hasn't always been smooth sailing in the safe federal Labor seat.
I was a new candidate, new Labor candidate, pre-selected. It was a pretty ferocious contest. There was a lot of resources and money put into the Greens campaign at the time.
The Greens spent about $1 million on its assault on deep red Labor territory, but it fell just short. 6 years later, it refocused its plan and it worked.
It was a green slide.
They are quite remarkable results.
The Greens staged a political boil-over and claimed 3 Queensland lower house seats. The once safe Labor seat of Griffith, but it also took the blue ribbon seat of Ryan and the Liberal-held seat of Brisbane.
This is the Greens' best election result ever, and we're very clear that we were going to campaign in seats right across the country.
Analysis in the seats the Greens lost shows they've been successful in targeting affluent voters. Labor believes they're stealing ground from the coalition.
I think what you're seeing is increasingly across the board, people from a wide variety of backgrounds coming and voting for the Greens for the first time.
In Byron Bay, where house prices have jumped 93% since the last election, the Greens vote jumped 9% in some booths, while the Nationals vote collapsed. In McNamara, some of the most well-heeled parts of the electorate were among the Greens' strongest, its rise mirroring the loss of the Liberal vote.
Something that the Liberal Party and the Greens have in common is that they both attract high-income voters. Now, a lot of women, high-income voters, really well-educated voters who don't feel comfortable in the Liberal Party.
Insiders from both major parties acknowledge the Greens have become more sophisticated and smarter strategically, homing in and targeting those well-educated voters on the left and right side of politics. Ironically, the way preferences flow, Labor could aid their ascent.
The broader your electoral base gets, the harder it is to talk to everyone at the one time.
But for the savvy Greens to consolidate their success, Peter Khalil has some passing advice.
The number one thing is hard work.
Elias Kluwer, ABC News, Canberra.